Ken Themba was born in South Africa in Pretoria 1924 and named Conodois Daniel. He studied at the University of Fort Hare and taught in Johannesburg's Western Township areas before becoming a journalist on the Drum magazine and later at the Golden City Post. He was declared a banned person in South Africa, which meant severe political and social restrictions were placed upon him and his works. Leaving South Africa, he taught in Swaziland, where he died in 1968. His short stories were collected and published after his death, offer a humanistic view of life in Sophiatown before the suburb was destroyed under the provisions of the Group Areas Act 1955. The apartheid government's prohibitions on mixed relationships were often reflected in social tension, creating Romeo and Juliet situations where people were involved with members of other races against the wishes of some family members. This story reflects such a situation. In the background of the reader can also discern the apartheid government's practice of classifying people, sometimes finding more than one race in the same family. In this story, racist attitudes often stem from fear or from self-doubt. Themba depicts three humanistic women characters and young men who stand against the fear and hatred that causes people to gang together to bully others. Welcome to our beautiful and special literature lesson, which is lesson number 6. Remember, we are doing English first additional language. Interestingly so today we are focusing on a lovely, skillfully written short story titled Forbidden Love by Ken Themba. Such a beautiful, lovely short story. I hope and I believe that you will enjoy our lesson. So now we are going to unpack each and every detail of the short story following the plot of the story. From introduction to rising action, from rising action to climax, from climax to falling action or the resolution. Then we conclude. So now what is very important before unpacking the whole short story, you need to understand what basically the story is about, and that you will get it from the title or the topic, Forbidden Love. What actually forbidden love, or what actually the title Forbidden Love mean? So it is a romantic relationship between two individuals which is destroyed or not allowed to take place or to happen. So now in basic understanding, you are in a relationship with your partner, but your relationship is not allowed to happen. Like you both guys, you are not allowed to associate with one another. So now let's get the gist, or let's get what actually are the reasons of this relationship we are talking of is forbidden or not allowed. We have two loved ones who are in a relationship, but their relationship is forbidden. Their relationship is not allowed to happen. So now they have to hide their feelings because their relationship is not allowed to happen. So now we have Michael, who is a black person, and then we have Dora, who is a colored, or who is from the colored community. So now let's get why these loved ones, they are not allowed to be in a relationship. So now when I was reading the introductory part of the short story, where we were told about the upbringing of the author, who is Ken Themba, they've mentioned something that was very key, very key. So let's go to the setting. The setting will drive us to what I'm just thrilled to explain. So now this story is set during the heights of apartheid in the western townships of Johannesburg, Sophiatown. Basically in the Noordgesig place, which is a place where the colored community was living. So now there was this very important act that they've mentioned, the Group Areas Act, which is which was implemented in 1950, from 1950 if I'm not mistaken. So now the group areas, remember it's apartheid. There's this act that is mentioned or is being mentioned from the introductory part of the short story, the Group Areas Act. The Group Areas Act of 1950 actually was a cornerstone of South Africa's apartheid policy that enforced residential and commercial segregation based on race. So now the acts allowed the government to designate specific areas for the exclusive occupation of different racial groups: whites, the colored community, Indians, and natives, which led to forced removals and immense disruption for millions of non-white South Africans. This legislation controlled the ownership and occupation of land and property, systematically enforcing the racial separation of cities and towns. That is the Group Areas Act 1950. Now this Group Areas Act, it is actually the reason why these loved ones, Dora and Michael, their love is not permitted, their love is not allowed, because the Group Areas Act, when the government, when the apartheid government implemented Group Areas Act, it separated people based on their races. Blacks aside, which were called the natives. When they say natives, they mean black people. So the natives were also put together, the colored community aside, white people aside, and Indians as well. So now that influence that came from, or that came with the Group Areas Act, it made people to separate geographically. This place is for colored community, that place is for white people, that place for the natives, which are the blacks, that place is for the Indians. And remember, we say the Noordgesig, it was a place for the colored community, as it was mentioned. Remember, what is very key with this impact of the Group Areas Act, it is that remember it is during apartheid. So now people are separated or are segregated based on their races. Michael is from the native side, the blacks, while Dora is from the colored community. These people, they are in love, but the problem is that they are from different racial groups, which are different residential areas. So it makes it difficult for them to be in a relationship. It makes it difficult for them, or for their relationship to be regarded as a perfect good relationship that will be accepted, actually accepted by their families, because remember, as you grow up, or as you get older, your parents and your grandparents, or your elders, or your guardian that is responsible in that household you are from. Now, let's say for an example, I am from the colored community. My parents will teach me how to live in a public space or in the society, in particular school. So I will be taught how to behave. I will be taught not to associate myself with other racial groups, particularly black people who were called natives. Because remember now, the black people were regarded as non-human, were regarded as people who are inferior, were regarded as people who had a bad influence, people who had bad or negative energies. So how could you allow your child to associate himself or herself with people from such racial group? So that actually was the cause of this relationship to be forbidden, because Michael is a native, is a black person, while Dora is from the colored community. So these two people, they can't be in a relationship because they are from different racial groups. Dora is colored, Michael is a native or a black person. There are standards, there are high standards for these people to associate themselves with each other, as Dora is taught that you do not associate yourself with black people. Black people, they behave a certain way. Black people have negative energies, things and everything. So they are inhuman, basically. It is what they are trying to elaborate. So now, as I've said, that the two lovers, or Dora and Michael, are in a relationship, but their relationship is forbidden, meaning it's not allowed. They have to hide their feelings. They have to hide everything. Their meetings, they have to meet in hidden places. They have to meet at night. They have to meet, like, they have to make sure that they are not seen together, because this one is from a colored community, from North Kesig. Then this one is from Sophia town. They are black people, or they are natives. So now the two lovers are now exposed when Dora's little brother, who is Bobby, is told at his school that his sister is in a relationship with a native. Remember, I've told you very well that they are being taught from their households or from their homes. They are being taught that, hey, you do not associate yourself with black people or the natives. So now, Dora's relationship with Michael, it is being exposed when Dora's brother, who is Bobby, is now told at school that when your sister is dating a native, your sister is dating a black person, which is regarded as a scandal, or it is regarded as something that is very wrong. So now from there, a fight begins. Bobby is now fighting for the fact that they are telling him that the sister Dora is dating a native, meaning that exposure made him to feel bad, made him to feel angry, that I want to fight these people because they are now like speculating, or they are now throwing allegations that my sister is dating a native, which is something that is very wrong or regarded as wrong. So now Meneer Karls, who is a school teacher, he finds out. Remember, Meneer Karls, it is the very same teacher who is in love with Dora, but then being rejected by the very same Dora. So now Meneer Karls is in love with Dora, although Dora rejected that proposal. We find that in page 14 of the short story. So now Meneer Karls is rejected by Dora because he is an alcoholic. you know, some people, they don't love alcoholics, they just want non-alcoholics. So I guess Dora is one of those people, because you know, after the influence of alcohol, there's a certain immoral behavior that you normally depict. So I think Dora is not one of those people who would love to be in a relationship with such a person who is Menierkals. So after Menierkals found out that these boys, they are fighting because Bobby was told that the sister, who is Dora, is dating a native. So as Menierkals went there, obviously he asked them that what was the reason, or what is the reason are they fighting, and then Bobby told him that no, this young man is saying that my sister is dating a native, and Bobby's sister, it is Dora. So this is how Menierkals found out that, oh, this little Dora is rejecting my proposal because of dating, or because she wanna date that native young boy by the name of Michael, a black person. I wanna show them up. Menierkals tried to convince the principal that her family must be told and march against the principal's wishes. He goes to tell the whole community about what is considered as a scandal. Remember, I've said very well initially that when a black person is dating a person from a colored community, or a colored, basically, it is regarded as a scandal. It is regarded as something that is not normal, very wrong. So yeah, remember what actually drives Menierkals to do like everything that he's doing, trying to convince the principal that no, let's go and tell the community, let's go and tell the family. It is because he loved Dora, but Dora rejected him. So now he wanna their relationship. So now Menierkals marched against the principal's wishes, which is not to tell the community or the family or Dora's family. He did that. He went to the family, went to the community, and told them that Dora, who is a colored, is dating a native by the name of Michael. So that was the very scandalous event that happened. Everyone was shocked about this forbidden love or forbidden relationship. So now, after Menierkals told Dora's family about this scandal, Dora's brother, Dora's old brother, remember Dora's young brother or younger brother, it is Bobby, but Dora's old brother or older brother, it is Davy. So now Dora's brother Davy, with a few of his colored friends, they then go out looking for Michael. They meet him. Remember, they are now Davy saying, oh, okay, let us go and look for this native. Let us go and look for this black person who is Michael, who is dating my sister, who's committing this scandal. Let's go and look for him. And then they meet him. So now Dora tries to stop them, but they are determined to beat him. The other black boys run away, and Michael and Dora have left by themselves with the angry. They found Michael at Rhythmic City, where black people were not allowed to enter or to access the cinema. That actually it is one of our themes, but we are not there now. So now after that chaos, Dora went to Sophia Town with Michael. So now Dora decided that no, I'm going with you, Michael, to Sophiatown at your home. So now, as it says, at home, Michael fainted again. So Dora had to explain to his sister, Michael's sister, Dora had to explain to his sister what actually had happened. She introduced herself and began to relate the events exactly as they happened. A queer look of amusement came into Salom's face. Salom is Michael's sister. Randolph, you say? And your brother's name is Davy Randolph. I've got an idea. You stay here, and as soon as Mike is well enough, we'll go and see old Davy. Nah. So now Dora is at Michael's home, and then she's introducing herself to Salom, who is Michael's sister, telling her about her surname, telling her about all the events that happened, that brought them in this actual situation. And then so now Salom is realizing that, oh, Dora Randolph, your brother is Davy Randolph. She's now connecting dots. As soon as Salom healed, Salom took Dora and Michael to Dora's home. She had an idea of how to solve this mess. So now Salom went there with Dora and Michael, exposed the truth that Davy, who is Dora's brother, is actually the father of her child. Salom even presents evidence in the form of love letters that Davy has written to her. Both families are now shocked that, So now the author left this case unaddressed, as Michael does not know or doesn't know the father of Salom's child. So the author, Ken Temba, left this case unaddressed, so that you as a literature learner, or you as a literature scholar or student, you should dive deep in this matter, analyze it, understand it, and bring up an explanation. So now when you read very well from the story, there was a part where they were talking up. It was Salom and Michael. They were talking about who actually it is the father of Salom's child. But then Salom responded that it is an honorable man or an honorable guy. She actually didn't say the name of the guy. So now the honorable guy is now exposed. The honorable guy, it is Davy. As Salom is exposing the truths, she even brings evidence, love letters. One of those love letters, it was about Salom, or it is about Davy pleading Salom not to expose the truth. The old man seemed only then to be suddenly galvanized into life. Get out of my house, he shrieked. Salom kept cool. Oh no, you don't. If you get tough, I will take your son to court for not supporting his child for the last 3 years. She turned to her brother. Mike, you've been asking me all the time who the father of my child was, and I've been silent. I told you it's a man I love. A man who would come into the open if he could, but that this circumstance were exceptional. You thought it was a married man? Well, that is the man. She pointed a trembling finger at Davy. That was the actual case. Then after that, Dora's mother spoke out. My grandchild, I've got a grandchild. My God, I must see that grandchild. Something in the old lady's voice calmed Salome. Yes, mother, she said softly. Michael and Dora walked out quietly. She looked into his eyes and said, somehow I think the fear will fade away now. So now, Michael and Dora are no longer living in fear anymore. There is a feeling that the rivalry and the fighting has subsided forever. Such a lovely, skillfully written short story by Ken Temba. So now Dora's family believes to be morally superior to associate themselves with black people, as I initially said that in these families they are teaching their kids that you do not associate yourself with the natives because they are inferior, and you as a colored person you are superior. So it is immoral for you to associate yourself with those natives or with those black people. And Devi is afraid that of what is he exposed of doing, the very same immoral action he admonished her sister with. As I'm saying that it was considered immoral that a black person dates a colored person or a white person or like that. But the very same thing Devi was admonishing her sister about, it is now what he did initially, as he was dating Salome, and they even have a child. So interestingly, the author or Ken Temba is using Dora as a tool to break the walls of racial segregation. That is very, very skillfully written, skillfully and thoughtfully employed in this short story. She breaks the regulations by dating a black person, because there are standards, there are walls that separates black people with colored people. But Dora, as she's from the colored community, she is now dating Michael from the black community, the natives. So now this wall that separates these two races, it is now being broken, because after the truth was exposed, everything now is equal. You, Devi, you've dated Salome, a black young woman. You even have a child, but that was hidden. Now you wanna beat my brother Michael because he is dating your sister, your colored sister, and he is a black person. How could that happen? The issue now, it is standardized. So one of the themes from this lovely short story, it is the theme of fear. As Dora's family lived in fear, as they feel that they don't want to actually involve or associate themselves with black people, the natives, because it is believed that black people behave somehow, black people have other negative energies like that and like that. Another influence that brings that, it is that as peers at school, you are like, hey, because remember at school you are from different families, but if ever you guys as friends or as peers, you are, let's say for an example, it is a group of friends that are colors, you have same beliefs, same morals, same teachings, because you guys as colors, your parents teach you the very same principles, the very same way of living, which is to which is to not associate yourself with the black people or black people. And then the second theme, it is hypocrisy. Let's get who is a hypocrite here. When one claims to have a certain high standards or beliefs, then it is the case, or doing the opposite of what you say or you believe. So in this case of the story, Devi had a relationship with Salome, who is a black woman, and they even have a child. So actually that was ironically, because how, as I've explained it initially or before, that Devi admonishes the sister or Dora that you do not date a black person, although he dated Salome and they even have a child. That is actually ironically. Devi still considers it appropriate to beat Mike up due to him having a relationship with Dora, as I've unpacked that. So the third theme, it is apartheid. The term apartheid, remember, it is an Afrikaner term derived from apartness. When we are separating things, so it is apartness as apartheid. It is one of the themes. So it was a system of legislation that upheld policies of segregations against non-white citizens of South Africa. Racism influenced by the idea that one race is superior than the other. Like in the story, the people of Nur Gesig, which is the colored place, referred black people as natives, which is very derogatory. So now in this case, the coloreds are superior, and then the natives, black people, are inferior. That actually, it is the reason Dora's relationship with Michael, it is forbidden. It is not allowed. So another visible event that shows apartness, or that shows the theme, or that supports the theme of apartheid, it is the event where black people are not allowed to attend the cinema for the film that is being shown. So now therefore that is why we are currently having different relationships where a colored is dating an Indian is dating a black person is dating a white person, they even get married like that and like that, because as apartheid policies and everything, they were banned after South Africa got freedom in 1994. So that was a lovely skillfully written short story by Ken Temba. May his soul rest in peace. His work of fiction. Another short story by Ken Temba, it is The Suit. I would love us to attend to it, analyze it. It is a very beautiful, skillfully written short story, The Suit. If ever we get a chance, we will analyze that short story. So do not forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Lingua Bridge. Thank you.